Quick PSA. No Oshun woman should ever date a Shango man. And by never, I mean ever, never. And let me tell you why. See, despite popular belief, Oshun represents the struggle of women, the trauma, the pain, the suffering. And she is a warrior who stood up and fought for the liberation of women first. Oshun carries the first broken heart. She represents that part of women that men have always wanted to use and exploit. If you read her odus and her patakis, then you would understand the true nature of what Oshun comes here to learn. Love, but more specifically, self-love. In many of the Odu, Oshun is escaping poverty, escaping heartache, being used and reused and abused for her light and her gifts and her beauty, and never truly appreciated. And nobody does this to her more than Shango. Oshun women should never love a man more than they love themselves. They literally came here to learn self-love, to show the world how to love them by the way they love themselves. In the Odu, Obara Meji, it speaks specifically about how Shango men and Oshun women should never partner, and how Shango will always live off of her light and suck the life out of her while never actually honoring her. He will never ever elevate her in his life or in the world to the place that she so rightfully belongs and deserves. Instead, he will continue to use her and use her light and her ashe. And this reminds me so much of what is continuing to happen to Oshun. As the popularity of the Orisha grow, Oshun is probably the most popular Orisha of all. And she continues to be exploited and used, and her real story is never really told. From betrayals, to losing her children, to being in poverty, she is made out to be some sex goddess, some, woman of privilege. But her true story of suffering and pain and longing for true love and appreciation and care is never really told. And listen, I learned this lesson the hard way. Maybe one day I'll tell you my Shango love story.